What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? Bam, 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 bam. You ever get hit by Girl Guide cookies in your face? I know it hurts to get hit by something you really love and be caused pain by a cookie. Like, I don't know. I never thought that I would ever have that happen to me. That's why I'm on the other side of the screen, so it could happen to you. Let me know how it feels if you got any crumbs in your eyeballs. Also, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know what time we are posting our video, random one every single day. Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. I get the star next to your name. Get access to all our drop spreadsheets, price prediction spreadsheets, star in universe, first dibs on merch, and first dibs on anything else that comes to this channel, the VIP program. We keep adding to it, and we're going to have a little bit of a different dynamics coming. Hashtag soon. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Discord in the description. Go there, hang out with the fam. Everyone's chatting up every single day. It's very active Discord. If you want to talk about VV when we're not putting out videos and you don't want to talk in the comments, you got the Discord. You can bring up ideas. We'll use them as well. So great place for that. And also we have a PO box down there if you want to send us something and become a Superstar Hall of Famer like Superstar Manu, who sent us over this package. Look at that. First of all, look at that card. And look at how the Joe and the Rob are like interlocked like that. Very, very cool. We got the dollar signs for the stars. Very, very nice message in there as well. We ended up picking up a couple of her Girl Guide cookies to show some support, and they just blessed us with so many. Like, look at this. I got this. Rob's got his own little care package. I don't have access to this right now over here, so I said I got to try them out. This one's open right now. Tag-alongs. I already had a few of them, and they're delicious. What's your favorite Girl Guide cookie? Leave that down in the comments below. Shout out to all the VIPs. You guys are amazing. Thank you for continuing to support us. And thank you, Manu, D, and Hinano for sending over the Girl Skull cookies. You didn't have to add in the extras. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. You guys are amazing, and you're always taking care of the fam. So greatly appreciate that. And if you don't know, they have a podcast, the Real Uncommon podcast. Go check it out. They're interviewing ground level users. Really, really cool dynamic over there. Let me pull this down here. Let's get the VV Twitter going. Hold on. Boom. So as you can see, we have the first appearance of the Dark Avengers. We announced this yesterday, and we got the Medium article today. So it is 7,500 editions, $6.99. So a regular price, and a little bit lower edition than the 10,000 that we were seeing earlier this year. It looks like 7,500 is the new standard. We got a couple cool covers here. The ultra rare and the rare are different, which is something that we're not used to seeing. But the common and the uncommon are still color and grayscale. A little bit of color on that uncommon. And the secret rare, again, all of them, the Dark Avenger, they got the same pose except for the rare and the ultra rare. So cool to see two different variants for that. I really like that. I hope they do more of that for some of these comics. And then they're reminding us about the Platinum Moments drop on Wednesday, which is they're giving you lead time. Like, I know Double Quill wanted some lead times. She wanted some schedule. Well, some drops they've been doing it for. I mean, they've given you the Lambo advance notice. They've given you advance notice on this potion, a couple weeks actually on this one. But what are you guys doing? It says decision time. Will you keep and collect this exclusive Platinum Moments transformative potion bottle, or open the cap and unveil a platinum poster? You know what I'm doing if I land this? There's no way in heck I'm getting a poster. I don't care if there's two of them. I don't want a poster. But I think it's very limited who you're targeting this tweet to. Obviously, a lot of people are not going to hit this. If we did see anything from the golden or from the Platinum Moments drop, and also from the Ravage drop, is that bots are still very, very active. So hoping that these go to real people, hoping that they got the bot stuff under control from those last couple drops, and they were able to shut them down. Hopefully they're on the phone with Huddle Fandom. They're like, hey, who's botting? Who's botting? And they're just shutting them down right now. And he's just like sending them, and they're in the background. He's like, these guys, and they're like, okay, we shut them down. And then hopefully we are all good to go after that. But yeah, that's coming on Wednesday. Hopefully some of us hit and we get the Juju, because we've been needing some Juju in the fam. I feel like I haven't talked about Juju too much lately. Shout out to VV Magic. She went to Disney and she pulled out the pins. It looks like she bought them that match the Platinum Moments. Now she's going to have to make sure that maybe if I was her, I'd buy them all, because you don't know which ones you're going to get. And at least if you buy them all, then you'll be able to match them up when we do get alternate sets on VV. I'm hoping that she's not just buying what she knows is in the set, because they might sell out, right? So, but it's really, really cool that they do correlate exactly. The Dumbo, the Mickey, the Minnie, and the Donald are all exactly the same, identical to the pins. So Very, very simple design for Veve, at least, for Disney to do for these. So this was something that I seen. I forget who retweeted it, and then I retweeted their tweet. But Veve MCP levels update. So this is something that people just, they knew certain people were certain numbers, certain levels on the MCP, and they inserted those numbers so that you know what level you would be. So if you need to remember though, levels is different than ranks. Ranks is, I think, more based on your daily points, and levels is like your total points accumulated over time. So, and they just keep going forever. So if you're at, they've seen somebody with 2 million points be a level 78. They've seen somebody with 900,000 be a level 57. I'm a level 38, so I'm around here 274 to 296. Let's see if that's accurate. 274 to 296. I have 279. So yeah, that looks like I'm in the range for a level 38. So it looks like they do have that down packed. So if you want, you can go check this out. I retweeted it, and you can see where you would be if you had X amount of points. If you did do your own calculations or whatever at any point, doesn't seem like it's an easy calculation because Veve is struggling with it. But it has seemed to be a little bit more consistent. Just curious to see if my number's gone up. I should check tomorrow. So I'll remember 279, 341. And it said that I got 438 points yesterday. Let's see what happens tomorrow, if it's still going to be that many points. I didn't really buy or sell anything today, but I did log on the app, so I don't know how it works. I guess it will be the same because I log on the app every day. Yeah, so that's that. And then also we did a video yesterday. Didn't do very well, but it was a great idea by Sergio Collects about keeping the blind box sealed. So I wanted to go back to Sergio because he put out another. This guy's been spinning facts after facts after facts, and he's been putting out great controversial topics. I'm like, you know what? Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling, Sergio. If you're not following him on Twitter, definitely go do that. Very, very cool follow. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but just he keeps the conversation going, especially in the bear market when people may be not talking about Veve. He has a lot of things to talk about, which I really appreciate. So I'm going to go through this whole tweet because this is a topic of the video. What's a first appearance? With the recent release of Minnie Mouse Platinum Moments 3D collectible, the inevitable debate about what is true character's first appearance as a digital asset began. So he goes through it. He talks about how it could be blockchain based, first on the blockchain. It could be first time you see a picture of the character. So he related kind of lenticular cards to covers of comic books. And he says, like, is that still the first appearance? And he says no, because you can't say that we have first appearance of Wolverine already because we have him on a comic book. So this is my thing. Like, if you're gonna be looking at first on the blockchain, you might be able to say like the first picture that has Wolverine officially licensed. It could be a cover of a comic book. That could be FA Wolverine's item on the blockchain. Now, if we're talking first appearance as a 3D collectible, then it's no question you have to have a 3D figure statue. It can't just be a 2D picture. It can't be a card. Can't be any of that stuff. There has to be a definition of FA. And I think that Veve has tried to turn it into 3D collectible. So I'm never been a really big fan of how Veve has labeled their stuff like FE, FA. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I think it just should just be a little bit more simpler or more detailed. Like, I think right now you're kind of in the middle there where it could go both ways sometimes and people are confused. And especially like the FE, because you can have like posters from different series and they're all FE. So what's the point? Like, why have FE? It doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. I mean, we've seen posters, but because it's a different series, even though it has the same character, it's still FE because the FE doesn't relate to the character, it relates to the medium. But then a poster is the medium. So how can two different sets of posters, Star Wars, be FE? Get where I'm getting with that? So really not a big fan of the way they label it. But let's read the rest of this article. Their tweet. The first time Minnie's image was ever depicted on the blockchain was with the release of Disney lenticular cards. Fair. So obviously this is her first appearance, not so fast. If we look at the picture from a technical standpoint, then yes, the lenticular cards is the first time Minnie Mouse's image appeared on a blockchain. There's simply no way around that argument. So that's the thing. Like, how are people going to view this down the road? Personally, I don't think that people are going to have as much weight on first on blockchain as a lot of people think here. I do not think that that's going to matter as much as you do, because I don't think that it's going to be very easy to prove. I think with all these little projects going around, and especially like DC stuff, they're giving their IP out to everybody. So how are people going to do? Right now, you Google it, you can't even see that Todd is the first Batman because it comes up as Palm or DC NFT. And there's going to be more of that. Like when other IP give out their stuff to other people, there's going to be the person who writes that article that doesn't know about Veve, or doesn't know about where something was first. So I think that that's going to be a really, really tough sell in the future. I think it's going to be like, for example, you got Funko Pops, right? People can look up Funko Pops. They can look up the first ever Batman Funko Pop, and that's that. It's going to be like that. If Veve becomes the Funko Pop of digital collecting, then they're going to have to look up Veve and say, what's the first Veve? That's the only way that I see it working. I don't see you being able to transverse all different platforms. It's almost like in real life. Like, what's the first ever Batman collectible bobblehead? Like, it's going to be tough to prove that because people probably didn't track it. But if they did, maybe that's an easy one to track. But maybe there's other characters that have similar things. Like, what if they have Adventure Time figurines? Like, what's the first ever? I'm not sure that people will be able to prove that, except maybe the person who gave out the first license for it. But like I'm saying, it's really, really more difficult to get that. So, but from the standpoint of our first full appearance as a character, then the answer is no. The lenticular cards are not the first appearance of Minnie Mouse on the blockchain. See, I'm not in the same boat as you. Did I just contradict myself? No, and I'll explain why. Step back for a moment. Truly think what we mean by someone, in this case, has an animated character debuting on a new format. In comics, whenever a character makes a brief appearance for the first time, it's treated as a cameo appearance, not the first full appearance. I think it's completely different. I don't think you can compare comics to the collectible, but I think I understand how you're getting at it. So a famous example is Incredible Hulk number 180, when Wolverine appeared on the very last page of that issue. This is the cameo. He then made his first full appearance on Incredible Hulk, but the full appearance is the story. Like, he's in the story. He's not just a page with basically no description. He is front and center. That's why it's first full appearance. And people value that part. Like, people value the first story more than they do the first visual. Like, that's just what it is. It's just, what do people value more? And it's that. When it comes to the collectible stuff, people will probably value the 3D stuff more than they will the 2D stuff, just because it's 3D. It's something that you can stand up, walk around, look at in 3D and AR. I think it's something that will be more sought after. Does that mean that it wasn't first? Does it mean that it was first? No, you could have something else that was first, but people just might not like it as much. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of that in this space. And although there are still some collectors that will debate this point to this very day, the numbers don't lie. 180 has 23,000, 181 has 70,000. And I don't think 180 would have 23,000 if you didn't have a Wolverine slide in there. So you got to take that into account as well, right? People just prefer the story arc over the single visual. And I think that's what it is. I think that's how it's grown over time. Other characters such as Venom, we know this already. 299 has the cameo. And then 300, the one we have on Veve right now, is the first full appearance, and the cameo gets $500, and the first full appearance gets $4,500. I think that this one's a little bit bigger spread, but it shows you that the value for comic books is in that first full appearance. Which, great point by Sergio over here. Let's say you're a blockchain purist. To you, the first time a character appears on the blockchain, whether 2D or 3D, is the first appearance. Then let me challenge you for a moment. While we eagerly await Wolverine's first appearance as NFT, might you say, he's already made his first appearance? Not true, you say. Well, my friend, take a look at a little comic book released on October 28th, 2021. Powers of X #1 is the first time you see Wolverine. And this is what I'm getting. I do think that. I think that if people are blockchain purists, that is what they will go to. They will go to Power of X #1 and say, this is the first time Wolverine has ever been encapsulated on blockchain. I think that is a valid point. And I do think that is where it will go if we go that way. I just don't think we're going that way. I don't think that people are going to care about blockchain first appearance because it's just too hard to track. Unless you get like a centralized hub that has everything in existence, any IP, anytime, any DC IP, Disney IP, any of these IP, if they have it, library, like a library of that, of every time that has been given out, if they're able to verify, especially all the major brands, because then you're going to get down to like independent artists and you're not going to know. You're not going to be able to verify everything. That's why first appearance on blockchain is going to be so much more difficult. But that's why if that happens, Powers of X is number one for Power of X. Number one is First Appearance Wolverine. I think there's no questions on the blockchain, and I don't think you can disagree with that. Wolverine has yet to make his first appearance on the block. No, he has been on the blockchain. Like that cover, he's on it. He's been on the blockchain. But if we're talking about 3D collectible, if you're talking that's why I'm saying there should be different types of FA or like FA dash character FA. I don't know how to do it. That's not my job, but I'm just saying it's a little bit more still confusing. A lot of people still debate it. We've done videos on this before. But yeah, so I think if you do talk first appearance on blockchain, you still got to give it to the lenticular cards. I don't own all of them. I own a couple. But I think when it comes to even the comic book, first appearance of that character image is in Powers of X, then that's first appearance on the blockchain of that character. Appearance. First time you see that character. That's what it is. There's no debating it. So Powers of X, number one. Maybe I'm gonna pick one up right now, just because if there are those periods, but I really don't think that. So that's why I'm not going to pick one up. Unless I have one already. I don't even know. I don't know what I have anymore on my account. But yeah, it's I don't think that this is something that we should blow out of proportion. I do think that there are different types of first appearances. I do think that certain first appearances will be more sought after than others. Like I said, 3D collectibles, you can use an AR. You can utilize the one utility that Veve has way better with a 3D collectible. So that should have the most value, especially if you get into AR glasses and you're getting into all these IPs that are all these future technology that uses that 3D capability. 2D collectibles aren't going to be as sought after. You know my take on posters. I'm glad that I got burned by that James Bond poster at this point because it makes me not like them. I don't know. I'm going to decorate my walls with paint, I think, in the Veveverse. But I don't know. I just think that that there's a little bit of a different opinion than what this shows. I mean, he shows this first appearance, and you see Wolverine here in Powers of X number one. Really, really cool, actually, cover there. But I would say on blockchain, yes, that is first appearance. So he ran a poll on Facebook with 175 votes, and it was about Mini, and they were saying Platinum Moments is first appearance of Mini. That's according to Veve. Then if we go down, we see our good buddy Wes ran the same poll, 690 votes. Lenticular card got the nod for first appearance on blockchain. So really, really cool to see different polls, different results. So I want to hear from you guys. This is the tiebreaker. Leave it in the comments down below. What's first appearance of Minnie Mouse on the blockchain? Lenticular card or Platinum Moment? I'm going lenticular card. And Wolverine, I'm going Power of X number one on the blockchain. But first appearance character is going to be whatever 3D collectible comes out, and that will be the most expensive Wolverine, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but just what I think. Guys, if you haven't already, please do not hesitate to, while I pull it up here, you know what I'm doing. Don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know whenever we post. You can also become a VIP, $2.99 a month. Right down there, hit the join button. And guys, we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Love you.